Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and now I am wrapping up the Hot Springs Tournament Rookie Division back 9 holes. Unfortunately, I lost a little bit of steam. You know, the minus 16 front 9 was followed up by a minus 13 back 9 for overall a minus 29. You know, just hopefully it stays in the top 10, so at least we can get some berserkers. You know, that would be nice, and a few kingmakers. But you know, the good news is I do have a lot of drop shots to show you in the replays. I hit them in practice. I just could not put them together as far as maybe hitting perfect or whatever the case may be when I actually went to take it for real. So, all right. Remember, if you would like to get text guides so you can have this all in a detailed printable version, you can look at the description below to see the link to the Patreon. Also, if you would like to donate this weekend, again, we did have a big disaster here in the area that you saw on the front 9 video, taking all proceeds and donations that come through for the weekend video here and donating to the Red Cross or some sort of local support to help out. All right, let's go here to hole number 1. Hole number 1, a little bit of headwind this time, so this is different for this hole. You can use yourself a katana or you can use yourself a kingmaker. Either way, you're going to be set up for a success for another opportunity for the eagle here in hole 1. 3 bars of side spin to the left. This time I did put 1 extra bar of top spin on. We have been playing it with 3 bars of top spin this whole tournament, but we are going 4 top, 3 bars of left side spin, 10% elevation at maximum distance of your driver, and then we take our shot. Also note here that the curl is going to be until the left edge of the ball is fully covering up that left blue adjustment target. And of course, we're just looking to get the ball from the first fairway to the second fairway, and we roll up, leaving ourselves for the chip-in opportunity. Well, not the chip-in opportunity, but your backbone or your grizzly opportunity. Playing at minus 10% at minimum. Again, make sure you apply your top spin first, and then you're going to find your target and landing position. You know, of course, after that, it's just all about hitting perfect. And then hopefully you get that nice, consistent roll to get this ball into the hole and pick up that all-important eagle on hole number 10 here. That'll take us on to hole number 11, which is going to be your par 3. You know, it's unfortunate that I wasn't able to drop this one. So let's talk about this one for a second, because here's what's going to happen. 2.4 mile per hour wind is low. If you get this type of wind, I would like you to go with 3 bars of side spin to the right with a little bit of top spin, just making sure that your ball guide line is through the back of the cup. If you have higher wind, like let's say over 3.5, you're going to probably miss to the left if you set up the same way. So we're going to have to offset our ball guide line into the cup, but to the right-hand side of the flag stick. That's my advice for you here on hole number 11. I've been trying to play it the same way. You're going to see green ring right there on the rough. 2.4 mile per hour wind, obviously very, very low. So it's unfortunate, you know, because this shot is in real mode that I was not able to drop this. But we're going to talk through my miss here. And, you know, again, I'm going to tell you why I missed it and what I think you can do to try to make it. Perfect ball, so at least we get to learn from the miss. Okay, now you're going to see here that I'm going to come in with good speed, but I'm going to come into the right-hand side of the hole. That's because every shot in practice I was missing to the left-hand side. So this time I did what I told you to do, and I offset my ball guide line to the right-hand side of the cup, and I'm going to miss that way. My only problem was the wind was extremely low, and I did not account for that. So that's how I'm coming up with the scenario that if you have wind like me, in the 2s, you're going to aim middle of the cup, ball guide line through the hole. If you have higher wind, then you're going to aim in that same area that you just saw me do. So hole 2 needs a little tweaking, but it's definitely possible to get that ball in the hole, which would be awesome. Hole number 3, this one I just messed up, you know. 6 top, 2 bars of side spin to the right. I think what I did here is I just used too much top spin because we do need the overpower to get the ball over that rough right there. especially with a little flicker of headwind, right? So, you know, I shouldn't have rushed this hole. I should have practiced it more. You can see here I'm going with quite a bit of overpower. It's definitely not max OP, you know, but the OP is needed. You can see here we're going to get one good hop, and then we hop over that rough. Unfortunately, now the top spin is going to carry me through the hole. You know, I would suggest that you go with about 4 bars of top spin and try the same shot. Now, here's what's going to end up happening if you do the same thing as me. You're going to have to lay up. So when you lay up, you're of course going to lay up to this bottom part of the fairway, right? That is before the rough. So you're going to end up laying up down here like I did and like my opponent did. We're both having to lay up. I'm playing this shot 30% at mid. You know, 5 mile an hour wind basically, and rookie is high for a rookie. Not that it's high for the game, it's just high for a rookie. So I would normally play this shot 20%. I decided to go ahead and add an extra 10% to it just because, you know, obviously when you add elevation on a thorn, your decimals are very, very low for difference. But I just wanted to make sure that I didn't come up short. I put my ball guideline through the back of the hole with a little bit of spin applied. And, you know, you never want to come up short. You always want to give yourself the opportunity to make the shot. But there I do hit a perfect ball. And you're going to see here that I'm just going to miss this one barely to the left-hand side. That really stinks. I would pull it the same way if you're in the same scenario as me, but just offset your ball guideline in the cup, right-hand side of the cup. Hopefully my advice of only 4 bars of top spin works and you land yourself on the fairway, and then you get to leave yourself with a big dog shot to try to hop the fairway and the rough and get yourself rolling onto the green or fringe area. That's best case scenario. So don't mess up hole number 3 like me. It stinks. Now we go to hole number 4. We're going to play this one 30% at max. This shot is able to be dropped. Unfortunately, I didn't get it with a perfect ball, but I think some of you will be able to. 3.5 bars of backspin. You'll notice here with my backbone 10, I'm lining up at the +1 yard mark. That's my reference, +1 backbone 10. And then I'm looking here at where I'm aiming. I'm aiming basically to the right-hand side of the cup. Okay, you can see that. Then I make my pull. Perfect ball. And you're going to see that the speed is good because the ball slows down and rolls out. We just barely miss it there to the left-hand side. Now, in real mode, this is one shot that I got lucky on. I hit a great right, and the ball went into the hole, okay? So what does that tell us with our miss and a great right? It means that we can either, one, add elevation to the shot, so maybe another 10 or 15%, or we can move this over here to the right-hand side by maybe a quarter of a green square to the right. All right, couple suggestions there. Is definitely makeable. The spin is good. We just need to tweak the landing position just barely to try to get that shot to drop. Hole number 5, of course, I hit this in practice, but I did not hit it in real mode because I hit a great shot on shot number 2. Using our QB, 4 bars of top spin, 3 bars of side spin to the right. I back up to the +8 yard mark here, yellow ring on the rough. I make my pull 0% at max. All I'm trying to do is make sure that shot number 2 gets us into that Goliath rough bump range. That's how I like to approach the second shot on this hole. That goes for rookie and pro division. Here you see we roll up very nicely. We get good yards. Anything in the 330s is good. That's our target. And then we go -10% at mid. Same thing here. We're going to try to put our green inner ring up on the rough line. It is very hard to see. You know, I do try to set my spins first. I always go somewhere between 3 and 4 bars of top spin, and then I move my target around until it does that. So when it does that, that means I know I'm not on the rough bump anymore, okay? That means I know I'm on the fringe. So I back it up a little bit and just try to guesstimate my green inner ring right there on the rough line. Here I make my pull. Again, we are playing this uphill, so this is minus elevation, which means we're going to pull less rings than we normally would. Hit the rough, no problem. This ball comes in to the right-hand side of the cup, but does drop in for the eagle. So like I said, I hit a great shot in real mode and unfortunately picked up a birdie here. But this is going to take us here to hole number 6. This time I'm not messing around. I did go ahead and pack my big dog. So we're going to get nice tailwind here. We're just going to go full top, 2 bars of side spin to the right. Kind of put our green inner ring again right there on the rough line to the left, or I'm sorry, to the right, which you can see. And we make our pull. We hit a perfect shot. That's going to land us up the fairway very nicely. And then I'm bringing my big dog here because I knew that I had to have an eagle just to try to stay in contention. I didn't want to take a weird shot with my sniper again. On the big dog here, you look at this. I got the lamppost in the way. That's already kind of annoying. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to go with backspin and side spin. So full back, 2 bars of side spin to the left. Here I know that if I were to take an overpowered shot, I can see that I'm going to be okay and land on the green. So that's what I do. Obviously not trying to take anything for an albatross here. I don't go with full overpower, but it is quite a bit of OP, a little bit of curl to the left. And this is all I was trying to do. I was just trying to stick it anywhere on the green or fairway to pick up the eagle. Would have been awesome if we would have somehow snuck it into the hole for an alba as the ball's sitting right there next to the hole. But, you know, that would have just been lucky. Hole number 7. This is a great wind angle. 6 bars of top, 2 bars of side spin to the left. I put my red ring or orange ring, whatever you want to call it, right there against the rough on the left-hand side. Here I make my pull, 10% at max. I am going to go with some OP. And, you know, about 3/4 of a ball of curl to the left. The OP, basically, I pull the ball down until the bottom of my ball is covering up the blue adjustment target, and then I add the curl. You see here, we clip the rough, we roll out, leaving us here for shot number 2. Shot number 2, this time we don't have to worry about adding the right side spin as we have a good wind angle because the wind is already blowing to the right. So here, I just go with full top. I put my ball guideline into the hole, and then I do make a 20% pull at mid, which you'll see here. Really not a whole lot to see on these chip-in shots, but I know some people just like to see how the ball rolls so that you're fully prepared, and I definitely don't blame you. No such thing as being over-prepared in this game, that's for sure. And we pick up the eagle there. That takes us down to this hole, 30% at mid. I had to pick up a hole-in-one on this hole in order to tie for first, but I did not get it. We're going 6 top. And then we're using the side spin to the left until the ball guideline goes into the hole just like that. Then we make our adjustment. Perfect ball. I think you can make some tweaks here to get this one to drop. You see here the speed is nice. It's coming right at the cup, but I burned the right side of the hole. I'm showing you that shot there because whenever it went to be for real, I hit a great ball. But that is very, very, very close to picking up the hole-in-one. Minor tweaks there to the left-hand side so that you don't come into the right, and you're going to have yourself a great opportunity. You know, obviously, if you're in contention to win, you could absolutely take a look at using a kingmaker here in this situation to reduce the wind. If you do so, just go ahead and play with power 2 ball numbers, though, in your app. Takes us on the hole number 9. This is it. We're going to be using that big topper, again, combined with your horizon or your sniper, whatever you want to do. We are pulling this shot at maximum distance, even though we're not at max. We do that because the ball can really carry on this particular hole. So we just go ahead and over adjust for it just to be safe. We get this ball very nicely up the fairway, going to leave us here for shot number 2. I hope I hear from quite a bit of you in the comments. It'd be nice to know how you're shooting, how you did in the tournament overall, what you think of this course. Leave me some comments. I always try to reply to everybody if I see them come through. Here I go with 6 top, 3 bars of side spin to the right. As always, biggest rule of thumb on shot number 2 on this hole, whether you're playing in a tournament or if you're playing in tour play, leave yourself plenty of rings away from the rough, okay? Because you're typically going to overpower this shot and you're typically going to curl the shot. You're going to leave yourself room for a great left, great right, and overpower. The shot is basically great proof as long as you set it up correctly. But here we hit a perfect ball. You see that we come in very nicely and we roll towards the pin. Thanks everybody for viewing. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to donate to the channel and support the community. Then we're going to be having the link to the PayPal in the comments section below. If you would like the text guides, those are in the description below. All right, have a great weekend.